This is my 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance, and it has some hidden features that you probably didn't know about. I'm John with Blackbird Productions, and in this video we'll be talking about some of those hidden features. But first, super quick, I noticed there's a small percentage of you actually subscribe to the channel who do watch my content. So if you do like the content, you find it informative and also entertaining, definitely check out my other content and consider subscribing. I definitely appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, I make videos like these every week, and I also make car reviews every month. So if you're interested, definitely check out my other content and also consider subscribing. Thank you in advance. Okay, so first thing, this is mainly applicable to newer owners, but you could actually enter what's called service mode on your Tesla by tapping and holding your model. So I'll put something right here so you could actually see like what that looks like. But essentially what you do is you tap and hold the model of your car in the touchscreen, and it's like just a little model graphic. So for example, mine is Model 3, so you would touch and hold that for a couple seconds and the service mode will come up. Next, you'll be prompted to put in a password. And from what I've gathered in terms of my research, it's kind of across the board and it kind of depends on the model. And that's just based on my research. I have a more in-depth video that I'm planning to go over service mode in the Tesla Model 3 Performance, specifically the new one. But from what I've gathered, you could actually put in the word service and hit enter, and that should put you into service mode. Now, for the average person, I wouldn't touch anything in here. It's definitely like a nice place to gather some information. So this is mainly more applicable for like dealers and service centers and things like that. Or if you just want to know more granular data about your Tesla, this is the place you can view that information. All right, so the next thing, I don't really see a whole lot of other YouTubers talk about, but this is aligned to the emergency release latch or loop, if you will, in the trunk area for the charge port. So what happens is sometimes you might come across your charging cable being stuck in there, or maybe if you have like a malfunction or something, you could actually use this loop to manually release the charge cable from your car. And that's all this does. In terms of what it says on the documentation, it says to only use this in emergencies or it will damage your car. I'm not sure how it will damage your car, and I've actually used it myself and I haven't seen anything weird going on with it, but it's definitely worth knowing where the location is to this, just in case you have an emergency. Next, a lot of people don't know this one, but you could actually adjust the trunk height in your car. And you can do this while you're opening your trunk, and while it's closing, it actually allows you to still press that button, and you can hold it down for a couple of seconds and it'll save your height preference. So if you have like a low clearance area, or in my case, I just have like a big rack filled with stuff at the back of my garage, and it actually kind of sticks out a little bit. So when I back in my car far enough, what will happen is the trunk will actually touch that. And I'm afraid one day I'm just gonna back into it and it's just gonna scrape against the trunk. But this gives you the option of not really worrying about any of that kind of stuff. And I think it's pretty useful. The next thing is you could actually change the locking sound of your Tesla, and I believe the horn sound as well. You can access the ability to do this by just loading up sounds on your USB. So the USB that comes with your Tesla for your dash cam clips and anything else that you have saved on your Tesla. But essentially, how I understand it is you actually pick a file. I'm sure there's multiple sites out there that you can source your sounds from, but you have to rename the file on your USB to lock Chime, capital L, capital C. And then you'll be able to choose it from the menu. But anyway, I have a more in-depth video that I'm also working on that's essentially a tutorial on how to do this. And if you're interested, I would definitely subscribe if you're interested in that. All right, so last one. Contrary to common belief, you can actually use an old school ODB2 device on this car. And based on my research, it's a little bit more involved than I initially thought, which I was a little hesitant in putting it in this video, but it is still worth knowing if you're, for example, a dealer or service center or just an independent service guy that's actually interested in knowing some of this information. But you could actually access it through a harness, which is sold online. I'll probably leave some links to a couple, and also an article in which how you can do this more in depth, because I'm not gonna go super in depth in this video, but just know that the ability is there And you can do this by accessing a panel on the driver's side. And I've actually linked a video below. I'll probably play a little bit of it here as well, so that way you can see where I'm talking about. But it's essentially just a little panel. You just get your pry tool and then you pry it out. I'm sure it's just all clips. And then you can access the harness within, like, between where the door is on the passenger side. And you can plug in your harness, plug in the power, and then from there you can plug in a device of your choice to read diagnostics data off the car. So that is the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, definitely leave a like and also consider subscribing. I have a goal of reaching 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm super close. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Like I said in the beginning, I do car reviews and I also do videos like this, just talking about the cars I own. Well, car I own currently right now. But who knows, that might change in the future. But I have another video that I'm filming today, and I don't know, it's just been like a super hectic day already, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a very busy weekend because I have so many videos and so much content planned for you guys. So I'll go start on that video. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. My name's John with Blackbird Productions, and I'll see you in the next one.